Hi, Francis here from Front Row Music, and welcome to day 2 of the Show Must Go On challenge for keyboard. Now, in the first video, you learnt the first verse and the chorus, which were the same as each other. In this video, we are going to be learning the second verse. In most songs, the second verse is the same as the first verse, but in this song, the second verse is in a different key to the first verse. So it still follows the same patterns and the same chord movements, but everything's in a different key. But hopefully you won't find that too difficult because the rhythms and everything else are the same as the first verse. So I'm going to break this video up like I did with the first one. We're going to look at part 1, which will be the right hand, part 2 will be the left hand, and part 3 will be putting them both together. So let's jump into part 1. Okay, so for part 1, we're just going to be using our right hand. We will bring our left hand into it later in part 2 when we're doing the chords, but for now we're just doing the more melodic part with our right hand. And if you remember in the first video, we started on the D. Well, we're going to be starting a tone up, so on the E, like that. And like I said in the intro, it's exactly the same as the first video, it's just everything is a tone higher. So we're doing 4 E's, followed by 4 D sharps, so the black key there. And then we're going to jump to the F sharp here, which is the next black key along. So if this is your D sharp, just jump to this F sharp here. 4 of those, and then back to the E for another 4. And then you play that whole part twice, like this. Second time now. And then for the last bit, we're going to do 4 E's. And then 12 D sharps, or 3 lots of 4, if you remember how we counted it in the first video. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you remember on the first video, let's see if you can guess what the last note's going to be. The last note is going to be a C sharp. So if we put all that together, it sounds like this. And now if we do the entirety of part 1 after 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, great work there. Make sure you pause and rewind and go back and practice that as much as you need to, like with the other video. And as soon as you're ready, let's jump back in and we'll crack on with part 2. Okay, so for part 2, we're going to be using our left hand for the chords, and we are starting with a C sharp minor chord. So for this one, I'd suggest using your index finger on the C sharp and your thumb on the E here. Remember, we're an octave lower than we were for the right hand. Our right hand was playing up here, so our left hand's going to be here, just like in the first video. And C sharp and E together, and we're going to be playing them, we're going to be letting it ring out for 4 beats and playing it twice, like this. C sharp minor. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're using our left hand in part 2. We're going to be playing the chords. Remember, our right hand was up here, like in the first video, so we're an octave lower, just like in the first video. So we're going to be doing a C sharp minor chord. Just take my right hand out of the equation there. And you're going to want to use your middle finger on the C sharp here. And then you're going to want to use your thumb on the E here. And you're going to play them. I'm just going to tuck my index finger away so you can see that a bit more clearly. And you're going to play the chord for, you're going to play it twice and let it ring out for 4 beats like this. C sharp minor. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Next, you're going to play an A chord. Now, here's a really nifty little trick. All you have to do is take your thumb off the E. You can keep your second finger on the C sharp and just add your pinky finger onto the A like that. and then you've got an A chord. And again, that rings out twice for 4 beats, playing it twice, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. If you're feeling like your pinky finger isn't quite strong enough, you can use your index finger and your ring finger like that. The one thing you don't really want to do is be moving this shape here to here, because that can become a bit of a strain on the wrist. You can try that if you like, but I'd recommend doing one of the ways I've shown you. So let me just do that from the start. So I've got my middle finger on the C sharp and my thumb on the E. I'm playing the C sharp minor. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Now I've added the A in there. 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay, our next chord is going to be an F sharp minor. So we're going to move our hand a little bit here, and this is where you will use your index finger and your thumb. Index finger on the F sharp on this black key here, thumb on the A, and you just play that once and let that ring out for 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're going to move from that F sharp minor chord up to a G sharp chord. So a nifty little trick here is just move that shape up 2 keys each, so like that. So you've got G sharp in your B, but then just move this thumb to the C like that, and that becomes a G sharp major chord, or G sharp. And again, just like in the first video, that's going to ring out for 4 beats, just playing it once. So if I go from the F sharp minor, so you can hear how that sounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. And then lastly, you're just going to move back to the F sharp minor, and you're going to ring that out for 8 beats like we did with the E minor in the first video. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So all those chords together will sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, great work. So as usual, pause the video, rewind as much as you need to, give that a bit of a practice to feel confident with it, and then we can jump into part 3 where we will be putting parts 1 and 2 together. And if we put both of those parts together, left and right hand starting on the E, left hand starting on the C sharp minor, it goes like this after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there you have it. That is the second verse, the second video for Queen, The Show Must Go On keyboard. Keep practicing that. Have a go at changing from the first video to the second video and moving those parts around. And then I will see you in the third video where we're going to have a complete playthrough the entire song.